Hello everyone, welcome to another Camp Cretaceous video. In today's Camp Cretaceous video, we are going to be focusing on Season 2 and whether or not Toro, the Carnotaurus, will be making a return. This beloved Carnotaurus was seen towards the end of Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Season 1 and unfortunately had loads of injuries due to burning. However, in both of the Season 2 trailers that we have seen for Camp Cretaceous, we haven't seen any evidence to suggest that Toro will be returning. So in today's video, we are going to be discussing the life story of Toro and whether or not it will appear in Season 3 or Season 2 of Camp Cretaceous. Just a little disclaimer that Season 3 is hypothetical as of now, we don't know if that's going to be true. But also, a very good feeling that maybe Toro was in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. We'll have to wait and see. So this script is written by the Jurassic Park fandom here. There will be a link to this article down in the description down below. Toro was one of the many dinosaurs cloned by InGen and Masrani Global for exhibition in Jurassic World on Isla Nublar. However, at some point in his life, Toro became overly aggressive and had to be moved to a separate enclosure away from the guests. The day after the campers arrived at Camp Cretaceous, Toro stumbled upon and attacked Darius Bauman and Kenji Kon when they broke into his pen. The pair managed to buy themselves some time by using Toro's inability to make sharp turns against him, causing the animal to trip up before escaping from the paddock through the feeding cage. While attempting to reach Darius, Toro scraped his face on the metal cage, receiving the scar across his face. A few days later, the recently escaped Indominus Rex arrived at Toro's paddock. After engaging in a brief confrontation with the Carnotaurus, the Indominus Rex broke through the fence of Toro's paddock. However, the Indominus left without harming the Carnotaurus, leaving Toro to free and escape and roam the park. Toro later encountered Darius and Kenji's group at the Mosasaurus feed-in show. He originally did not notice them and was playing with a barrel until Brooklyn, Kenji and Sammy bumped into each other. However, he was quickly distracted by Darius throwing a rock. Toro began sniffing the group out as they were starting to climb the stairs to the park's monorail, eventually becoming alerted to the presence when the monorail's automated greeting played. He attacked them, but kept tripping on the stairs, which eventually broke beneath his weight and sent the animal plummeting to the ground, allowing the kids to escape. Toro soon recovered from his fall and returned to Jurassic World Lagoon, scaring off the camp counselors Dave and Roxy, who had arrived to look for the lost campers. Later that night, Toro managed to find his way into the park's tunnel system, where he once again encountered and attacked Darius' group, eventually losing them in some vents. He found them again after Darius and Yasmina attempted to break open a vent cover, breaking through one behind them in an attempt to get Brooklyn, although the group eventually managed to escape once they succeeded at breaking the cover in front of them. Toro quickly relocated them, however, and resumed his attack. Although he destroyed a trap set for him at first, he was lured into another one using compressed air tanks and a taser to light an explosion, heavily scarring and burning Toro in the process. Once he had recovered enough to stand, Toro glared down at Darius before limping away in a defeat, exposing him multiple scars and burn marks. And in my personal opinion, I think if any dinosaur were to survive such an explosion like that, it's a magnificent creature to say the least. My personal opinion, I thought Toro would have probably died from that because I don't know any animal on Earth today or ever to have lived to have survived scars and burns like Toro went through there. So in my personal opinion, I think Toro might be dead. However, the villainsfandom.com actually proceeds to talk about how Toro was in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. 3 years after the destruction of Jurassic World, it is revealed that Toro, alongside many surviving Carnotaurs, is remaining on Isla Nublar, but will now face an impending danger alongside many other creatures in the form of an erupting volcano. Later, Claire Dearing's group was sent to Isla Nublar to save the dinosaurs from the impending volcanic eruption. While one Carnotaurus was killed by Rexy, the T-Rex of Isla Nublar, while trying to attack Owen Grady, Claire and Franklin, at least Toro and another individual were successfully transported off the island to the mainland, where he was captured by Eli Mills and brought to Lockwood Manor. Later, Toro is freed along with the other dinosaurs by Maisie Lockwood. He joins Rexy in tearing apart and devouring Mills as he attempts to flee with the Indominus Rex DNA sample that is eventually destroyed during the attack. Rexy then knocks over Toro with her head, causing the Carnotaurus to get back up and cowardly retreat into the wilds of the Northern California wood. So this creature actually only had 10 minutes of screen time in the whole of Camp Cretaceous Season 1, and we didn't really get too much information. Now obviously, if we go by looking at the images, you know, this does seem like due to the massive scarring and burn marks that we saw happen to Toro, that's probably an answer to why this Carnotaurus in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom was a little bit darker than what we've seen before. Some people were actually calling it the demon skin, which, you know, kind of makes sense. It's got a red and sort of black type of feel to it. But at the same time, you can actually see the scar on Toro's nose, as well as knowing where it came from as well, from Camp Cretaceous. So it does all add up, in my opinion, where this comes from. So originally I thought Toro must have died, but it does seem like he was captured on the island of Isla Nublar and sent to the mainland. My big question is, surely Toro must return for Camp Cretaceous eventually, because I don't doubt the fact that we could see it in Jurassic World Dominion. And to be honest, if we have a nice little nod to the Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous series in the 6th movie of the Jurassic franchise, I think that would be really, really cool, especially with the fact that maybe they could see a Carnotaurus and say, oh, that's Toro. Now again, all of this is very somewhat speculative right now. We have plenty of evidence to suggest that this is the Carnotaurus that we have seen from Camp Cretaceous, but it all comes down to what happened to Toro. You know, we saw him walk away, and then we never saw anything of it until Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. So what was he doing during the 2 years from 2015 to 2018? We don't really know. That's why hopefully we will see a return of Toro in some sort of Season 2, or maybe a Season 3 as well. That could explain what Toro was up to. It's the same for Blue. Like, we know Blue is still on the island, and we didn't really see her until Owen went to capture her himself. Obviously we know how that will turn down, but at the same time, I'd love to see a backstory of what Blue did. You know, did Blue see these kids running across these islands? And it will be the same thing for Toro. You know, what did these creatures do whilst we didn't see anything, whilst they were off screen? I think this is a perfect chance for the writers and developers and producers of Camp Cretaceous to take this into a very good level of a kind of Isla Sorna vibe. You know, the guests are walking around a forest, and you know, you got a camp, and you got to be wary of other dinosaurs. I feel like there's a really good opportunity here. But that's all I've got for you guys in today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. Season 2 is just about, well, nearly 10 days away. So it's not far at all, and I hope you guys are excited as I am, because Season 2 does look very, very promising. But in the meantime, if you did like this video, why not to leave a like? And let me know your thoughts on Toro in the Jurassic Park franchise down in the comment section down below. Not only that, if you are new to the channel, please do press that subscribe button, as recently we did hit 22,000 subscribers, and looking at the sub count right now, it's 22,238, so I appreciate every single one of you. But in the meantime, like, comment and subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.